This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. You must be 18 or older to listen and or subscribe. Anything we say should not be used to diagnose or treat any medical or psychiatric condition. Do not use anything heard on this podcast as a replacement for professional help or an attempt to diagnose yourself or anyone else. We are not licensed professionals. We are not here to treat you. Any similarities to any persons alive or deceased are purely coincidental. We will not be held responsible for any actions taken as a result of anything heard on this platform. Up.
I'm nauseated already just thinking about this topic.
This is hilarious. I'm glad I got that book out. You're going back in time there to college days.
If I could like.
Oh, and I got a story to tell you.
Scowl
too.
on
Are we
my
going to
face.
intro? Are you going to intro?
Yes, I'm excited now because I'm thinking of the story I got to tell you.
Oh my god.
Okay, so welcome back everybody to another episode of Kinky Campfire.
Oh, isn't it Around the Kinky Campfire?
Around the Kinky. It doesn't matter. Kinky Campfire.
Whatever. This is
my
shade.
name.
Yeah, go.
Is going to be third on the list because first of all,
third on the list.
No, it's going to come third on the list. First on the list is to my left.
Shade.
Changing the name up, and second on the list is
this is Dame.
And thirdly, but not lastly, is
lastly tonight
the how should I say this?
Illustrious host.
Senior nut gobbling enthusiast.
Nut what?
Nut gobbling enthusiast.
What the fuck?
Some people do it well.
Anyway.
Nut gobbling.
So I just want to say that we are talking about dating, and this entire episode is based off of a book.
No.
Yeah, hold on. You're the nut gobbler?
Our host has
I'm the enthusiast.
Called The Game. Okay. Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists by Neil Strauss.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got to go back to this nut gobbling. We'll do that in a minute, I guess.
Enthusiast, yes.
So,
everybody knows nut gobbler.
I'm just going to start this by saying the book
hold on.
a Bible.
Yes, it does. For those of you that know, this book came out like 20 years ago, and it's about the game.
We just jumped in way too quick.
The Artist of Pickup Tree.
Dame is holding a book
that looks like a Bible.
That looks like a Bible.
Like a new King James version.
There's people that are going to know what you're talking about.
The old nut gobbler.
There's people that know.
Brought this book out and set it on the table.
Nut gobbling enthusiast.
Whatever.
Nut gobbling enthusiast.
Old gobbles over
from
there.
2005.
Brings out a book and sets it at the table. And it's
15 years, 16 years.
I'm nauseated just looking at it. It's got gold gilded pages.
Yes. Looks like a Bible.
There are tabs and it
the
looks
dedication. Can I read the dedication?
It looks like it was used like a Bible. This is a pickup artist book.
The dedication reads, dedicated to the thousands of people I talked to in bars, clubs, malls, airports, grocery stores, subways, and elevators over the last 2 years.
Yeah, okay.
If you are reading this.
Very clinical.
I want you to know.
Oh, Christ.
As I'm looking at...
What am I? Shade.
Yeah. Over here.
Dame's looking at Shade over here.
I want you to know
Dame wants me to know.
I wasn't running game on you. I was being sincere. Really, you were different.
What a douchebag.
That's
what
a dedication to this
narcissistic, manipulative. Okay. Machiavellian.
So we have to go back in time. We had to go back in time.
Prick.
Okay. So
I can't scowl hard enough right now. The curl
Men
in my
will deny
lip
it, women will doubt it, but I present it to you here, naked, vulnerable, and disturbingly real. I beg you for your forgiveness in advance. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Okay, so we got to back up.
Do we though?
We got to back up.
Notice these aren't chapters; they're steps.
Just
Step 1: select a target. Can't make it up. It's right there.
I'm so glad. Okay, I got to stop this for a second. You just hold on. You just hold the fuck on. I am so glad that first I walked in, right? So this fine gentleman that's sitting across the table from me. Thank fucking God. I saw him before he saw me. I am so fucking lucky. So fucking lucky that none of this shit happened. And I looked and I'm like, I like that guy. He didn't even see me. He just was walking. And I don't know how to, whatever. He saw his friends and I just liked the way he looked. That was it. He didn't say a damn thing. So I liked him first. If I would have found out later that this son of a bitch had used any of this stuff on me, I'd lose my absolute fucking mind. Oh my God. I would have beat him to death with this book already.
I got a secret to tell.
What?
Some of it is.
Some of it's what?
In that book.
No, the way that you walk.
Seduction is the art of setting the stage for two people to choose to reveal themselves to each other.
The only thing that you did was like go to the same place that I was at.
I'm going to tell you something too. All my mental stuff started with this book.
What mental stuff? Oh,
Everything.
working on your shit, meditation and all that crap?
Yes, you saw all the Hana and the NLP book. All started with this.
Hana.
Hana, the Hana book, the little book that you read.
Fucking book are you talking about?
Oh God, she doesn't remember shit.
What the
NLP, the NLP book, Neuro-Linguistic Program.
Oh yeah.
All started with this book.
Okay, that's fine.
All those books that are for like 20 years ago, all started with this book.
That's fine.
When
you started to work on yourself to pick up girls.
Has he ever looked at your right eye?
I don't know.
He's highlighted it.
I don't know.
When you look deep into a woman's right eye with your own eyes and you breathe together, once you do this, she's going to bond really strong with you.
That's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard.
Has he ever looked at your right eye?
I don't even look at his face. I don't look people in the eye.
I've done that with at interviews too.
Oh Christ!
It
I don't
works.
look people in the eye. My right eye's big and like creepy. I'd be like, do I have something on my face? What the fuck are you doing? No, dude, I'm neurodivergent enough that if people look at me directly, I think they're like out to get me. So no, this isn't gonna work for people with.
Let me know when you guys are ready for the background.
ADHD and shit.
Oh no, I think we've got it.
That you're a scumbag.
I think it's
background is you
clear.
wanted to teach yourself how to be a scumbag. Like, how can I put my dick in this soft thing and have it be consensual?
You've let me inside of you.
Gross.
Yeah.
I gotta put my dick in this soft thing. How can I do that? Let me buy a book about it.
I gotta send you the Tiger Belly podcast where
The what?
Tiger Belly.
What the fuck is that?
Very popular
Tiger
podcast.
Belly. Oh,
Yeah.
Look at your face, Dame's face. She's shaking her head like, no. Wow. This is the biggest load of bullshit, right?
I have to read this now.
Yes,
good.
it's great.
Yeah, that makes one of us.
There's a whole
Enjoy.
thing.
Don't even tell me about it. I don't want to know.
Whatever. Yes, there's parts in there where like Bobby Lee and his girlfriend Kalila, he'll say stuff and she'll just look at him and be like, "I let you inside of me."
Yeah. That's yeah.
It's
Yuck.
hilarious. The look of disgust. she has on her
Yuck.
face.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. All that disgust.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you guys going to talk about this episode
I don't
is about dating right now?
Is
folks.
it?
So first of all, we forgot about last episode. We got to talk about what we're drinking.
Oh Christ. There's pictures. So
We
Dave's
gotta-
showing me pictures.
We
while,
got to talk
phone
about
hits
what we're
popping.
drinking.
Oh, are we doing drinks?
A
We're supposed to do
Vista
that.
Bay hard seltzer tonight.
I
What
should
are
get
you
one.
I needed something
Vista Bay.
stronger, evidently.
I am not drinking alcohol tonight because I decided that it's better for me while we're doing a podcast to not drink alcohol. I have a bang.
We went to,
I've
or
been
somebody
praying to
picked up
bang.
food from our local Filipino spot.
Ouch.
So I'm very full because I had lumpia, and people know what I'm talking about, and then ube or chata.
I think I
Which
almost
is a mix.
threw up in my mouth.
Dame's
Dave's
reading
still
some part of this.
But I had a bang and some Crystal Light.
Did you know that there is something called a push-pull?
Maybe.
Keeping her guessing by pushing her away and then quickly pulling her in close.
Yeah, like, manipulation,
Push,
right?
pull.
Yeah, good. Yeah, being an emotional yo-yo. That's
Okay,
fun.
so
strengthen that trauma bond. This is basically how to trauma bond a woman to you. They're teaching you how to trauma bond. What kind of absolute narcissistic fucking garbage is this?
okay, so
Disaster.
does anybody want to go?
I have a
is this
coloring
about
book in front of me. I'm
dating?
just gonna sit here and color.
Do you want to
Fuck
shade?
this.
Do you want to talk about your dating life there and go back, or should I just do this on my own?
Yeah, well, we were talking about this a little
I
bit
feel like
earlier.
Thanos
I don't
in that
date.
meme grabbing the gauntlet and just like I'll do it by myself.
You wanted to talk about it. Go for it.
Let's talk
Dave,
about it.
I guess because you had your own episode, so you kind of talked about it. I don't know if there's anything like particular in dating.
I want to take a picture of your face.
Do you want to
The best.
Do you want to talk about like your dating practices then and now and all
I'm
that stuff?
dating this guy. This
You
son of a
are
bitch
dating.
read this fucking book.
It's tabbed and highlighted.
I know. Isn't
He
he gross?
didn't just read it.
I don't want to look at it.
This is
I
what
wanna
the
throw it in the
Southern
trash.
Baptists do to their family
I know.
Bible.
To their Bible. Yeah.
Like, I bet if
He
I look
studied
deep
it.
enough, I will find all the dates he read it because he's probably logged it like the births and deaths in a Bible.
Are any of the pages stuck together?
No.
Gross.
No, you don't count. No. What the fuck?
I don't know. I saw some of those
It's
pictures.
literally lined like a Bible
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
inside
You
with
did
the
that,
thingy
yes.
hanging out.
Carried
for
around like a
pages.
Jehovah's
You did
Witness
it
or
on
something.
purpose.
And
Yeah, it's great.
Holy shit.
There's some people that actually thought,
Okay.
like, oh, you have a
So-
Bible? It's like, no, you check that again. That's not a Bible.
so
did you do
my dating history, is that what we're asking about?
Well, because
that you think you even need this? You guys can't see him. You don't know how hot he is. That he even thinks he needs this bullshit.
That didn't even have to do with it.
I don't care.
So like 80%
Funny
in
as
the
fuck.
PUA community is kind of bullshit, and there's like that 20.
There's a community?
Yeah. This is a whole thing.
This is a community. This is lifestyle here.
It's a lifestyle. There's
so
movies, you know.
yeah, see, this is why I needed to talk to you about this because
Okay.
there's all this. There's, there's
I want
TV
to
shows.
see Dame's
There's TV
perspective
shows.
on this because I'm nauseated by
this.
this bullshit. I tell him never.
All right,
talk.
let's go. Let's do
People
this.
paid for training and like
Yes.
thousands of dollars to go to this training.
Yes.
There's female pickup artists, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. Since you kind of did the overview, do you have anything like dating tips for the people? This is why I wanted to have this whole entire thing.
No wonder I never believe
Dating
you when
tips
you tell me
for
this
Yeah.
kind of
people?
stuff.
As like the female perspective.
Oh, I thought
This is-
you were turning off your mic
Yeah.
to laugh.
I had to sneeze.
Okay,
so I would
you're allergic
say
to this bullshit.
Like
I
then-
am. I notice it just started.
Yep.
Then,
I didn't sneeze once the entire time I was here.
yeah, it's like then and now.
I would say now, just be super clear and upfront with your intentions.
Okay.
You know, if you just want a friends with benefits, if you're just wanting something casual, then say that up front. Don't do the whole talking stage and ask a bunch of questions and pretend like you want to get to know somebody if you don't have an intention. See, she's sneezing too. She's allergic. What the hell? See?
There's
What just happened?
there's probably some old dust in there.
But don't go into it and go into the whole what's your favorite color, what's your favorite restaurant, where do you like to go, and sit and future talk and what if and do all the talking shit with somebody if you don't intend to continue with that level of investment.
Yeah, there's a lot of swiping right, swiping left in here, like people do.
Here.
And
you did
so-
that with me. You said I'm looking for long-term partner, and that's it.
And
I
be
was
upfront.
like,
Give
okay.
somebody a chance to look at you and
it's
say,
been, like,
I'm not
almost 3
open
years.
to anything long term. So if that's what you're looking for, I already know I'm not it. And give them a chance to get out before you lure them in with the whole
look at their right eye and
Look
look
at
down
their
at their
right
lips and say
eye and
respect in a smart ass
turn
tone,
in
which
circles
is on
3
page,
times
83.
and show them a picture of a puppy. Like, I mean, like,
Now he's gonna sneeze.
but I would say be very upfront.
Oh God.
Ask very intentional questions.
Oh, I just found a part of this book. What's
This is
that?
for a new
Feel
person
it, pull
dating?
hard?
Yes, I say do that.
Do you do anything different? Like, do you do like vanilla dating stuff and then bring in the kink, or do you just like straight just only do from kink stuff? Something I get asked all the time.
So I will, if I meet somebody in a vanilla environment, I, within the first conversation, will make it known that kink is involved and that this is a part of my life.
Do you tell them about like non-monogamy or versus monogamy or like?
No, I wait on
you
that
wait,
one.
So you don't just spill
I
everything
say
right
that
off the bat?
monogamy, non-monogamy first.
No, because for me personally, I'm still figuring all that out.
Right.
I'm perfectly capable of being monogamous.
Okay.
So because I know I'm capable of doing it, I'm still figuring out how that all fits for me.
Do you get?
I actually am too. That's why I looked at you like that. Like, yeah, I'm monogamish, they call it. Like,
Yeah.
I could be, I couldn't be. I don't know.
So I don't want to put that on somebody if I'm still trying to figure out about it myself.
Yeah.
Do you say what your sexual orientation is right off the bat?
Do I tell them if I'm bi?
Yeah, or whatever you classify as.
Not in the first conversation, no.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
I don't think I would. You know what's weird? No, you know what? I was just thinking that I would treat girls and guys equally about that.
Yeah, I don't tell them I'm bi.
Huh.
Okay.
Start telling
That's why I
guys
say
I'm
it's
gay.
interesting because right off the bat, on my like vanilla profiles, I put that
Boyfriend
I'm
identifies as she.
kinky and I'm demisexual. I put that right off the bat, and also that I'm polyamorous.
You identify really hard with those terms. Like
Yeah.
you are deep in those terms.
Yeah. Like I said, I
it's
don't.
part of your identity.
Now, if
that's
it's
it.
on a profile, like a dating profile, I'll put hints. Like vanilla is not my favorite color or my favorite flavor. And so it's one of those where I'm not leading with it, but it's like if you know, you know. And so the people that know pick up on the hints.
So you do like code words.
Yeah, I'll
do you
do
put
that.
them towards the bottom of your like about
All
me
through,
section?
all
All
through.
through, so make sure
Yeah.
they read it all. Yeah, because a lot of women do that. They do like code words at the end. It's like if you didn't say chocolate in your subject line, then I know you didn't read all the way to the bottom
Oh, no, I do it throughout.
But you know if they read it because it's like, oh, they said this in their
Right.
thing or something like that. Because people will still message you and then they'll be like, hey, and then you say, did you read this? And they'll be like, sure. And then, like, no, you didn't.
No,
read
you
this.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know this right away. What are you cool with saying? What apps you use?
I'm not on any right now.
You're not any like.
No.
What have you used before?
I've used Bumble.
Bumble.
Now, years ago, I was on Match,
Yeah.
Hot or Not.
Right. I remember Hot or Not. Yeah.
I was on that.
that?
I was on eHarmony,
Right.
and I was on there was another one, and I can't think of the name.
There's a bunch
I was
of
on
them.
that one. There was
Bunch of
another
them,
one,
yeah.
but I can't think of it.
So I heard like
I am
eHarmony.
on. Okay, so I lied. I'm on Facebook dating.
Oh, you are.
Yes.
Didn't even know that
Does
was
that
a thing.
work?
So far,
So
no.
We're educating Shade over here because she has no
I don't
idea.
even care. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a serial monogamist. So
No,
I've
so
The
far-
hot girl problems, they find
so
their
far
guys all
it's-
over the place.
no,
Must
actually,
be
I
nice.
just date people for like 10 years at a time.
It's so far. It's
Yeah, you
it's
had to
not
meet your
very
What'd you say?
successful.
Yeah.
Meet my
No.
sandwich.
Standards. Yes, your sandwich. They make your sandwich.
Yeah, I got like 3 people in my life who meet
So
my
we'll
standards.
have a conversation. She can eavesdrop.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm like out of this.
So I haven't tried eHarmony or Match
Dating
because you
film,
have
I'd
to
rather be
pay for
single.
it just to talk
Right.
to people, and that's more for me. It's from my experience and the people that have used it. Like they pretty much just got married their first or second matches.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, but they're
But that's
vanilla.
the design of
Yes.
eHarmony is to
Yes.
have that level.
And
That's
Match,
the goal.
I've heard both on Match.
Yeah, my
I've
best
heard
friend
some
got
people have found like polyamorous kinky people on Match, which is very weird because I don't know if you
I've
can put
also
that-
heard it. It can be either way for Tinder.
Yes,
My best
from women.
friend's
I haven't
husband-
heard about it
women,
from guys.
yeah.
My best friend's husband ended up being a little kinky, and she didn't realize that. And they're married. They've
Yeah.
got a couple kids.
So,
he likes ball gags.
A lot of the vanilla sites I've noticed, a lot of people put the code words in there.
Yes, because
and
they're
then-
not very friendly. They're not kink friendly.
No, they're not. The only one that I found is OkCupid because that one.
Oh, that's the other one.
yes, because you can
Yes.
actually put non-monogamous in there.
Yes.
You can't put kink in there, but
No.
they have so many questions,
Right.
which I like all about it. This is the only one that asks you a lot of questions. Hinge was pretty good because
I haven't
they have-
done that one.
Hinge is weird because that's like the one where you have the least information. You can't just write like an about me section.
Oh.
You have to answer questions and do the prompts, and then you can do so it's like 2 prompts
Yeah.
and 2 pictures.
Yeah. See, I'm not
So-
on any of them now.
Yeah, it's weird because you have some of that.
Why
and
not?
And Tinder is just like yeah.
So I was on Bumble.
Okay.
Okay. And I thought it was going really well until I work.
Wait. So when you were on Bumble,
Mm-hmm.
were you kinky?
Sniffing all of a sudden.
Yes.
Okay.
I put code words in there
put a code word,
to allude to it, and they picked up on it.
really? They
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
read the profile.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, Crazy Lego X. Mm-hmm. That's where I met him. Yes.
Oh, fun.
So, where I work can make my personal life very sensitive.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
At the Cheesecake Factory.
And
Yeah.
so one of the patrons of the Cheesecake Factory found my profile
Oh, bummer.
and tried to share it with the other patrons of the Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh,
Some bullshit.
ouchie. Okay.
And they let me know that it had been found.
So blackmail, basically.
No. It never got.
Because,
it wasn't mean. It was just they found it, and so I was like, shit, and shut everything down.
Because isn't Bumble locationally? Some of them you can change the zip
And what
code.
not is it only location, but the patrons can lie about their age.
Oh, super.
And so they can
I
search.
think most you can do.
Yeah, but so they could search any age.
Great.
So they just opened up the age range for that location, and of course anybody's going to pop up.
Right. But can you change your zip code on there?
I don't know.
On your profile?
But why would I do that? Because then I'm not going to find people in my area.
Because of that situation.
Yeah, but
Patrons.
still.
Yeah,
Some people do. Some people that work at Cheesecake Factories, they put a different, like, few cities down.
So now I'm not on anything but that Facebook dating app.
Can you change your location on that?
No, because it's Facebook based.
Facebook.
I don't think you can. You put your
anonymity-
city in there.
There's no
Are
C
we
anonymity
allowed to
about
say
it?
those words?
It's
Facebook?
We're allowed to say
Well, I'm
that?
on the
Well,
app,
Facebook,
so I'm
Bumble,
just
that's public.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the, I guess we're not getting paid for this. So
No.
it's fine.
No,
All right, never mind. Just
You can say it anyway. It's public knowledge. We talk shit about people.
Talking
That's what we're
shit.
here. The shit we talk about is the shit we talk about.
It's true.
So yeah, that was my that's another thing between the different apps is setting locations. Because like Tinder, you can change your location. So like if you're in a different city, you can always search that city that you're in, but you can't say like, oh, I'm in a different zip code. You have to use the current location. That's why I like our site, because you can put you can go to Antarctica. I've never seen so many hot people in
And see, and the
Antarctica.
thing, I always use code words because I'm okay if somebody is not as in deep with the community and the lifestyle as I am, as long as they are
Gotta be open.
supportive and open to it.
See, I got
Like, you don't have to do the things with me. If you do, bonus.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the things with me, but you have to be able to support me doing it.
See, and I feel the same way, except for I got jaded one too many times by a vanilla person that got really super judgy. Yeah, it's in there. So I got super judged by a vanilla person, and it's like, oh, you're into this, so you must be into butt stuff. It's like, no.
When the hell was that?
But back when.
Pre-shade? Pre-me?
Oh, this is way before. This is like when I first moved to Florida.
Okay.
I was dating a vanilla person off of one of those sites, and I told her about it.
I was ready to kick somebody's ass.
Yeah,
That's
she
all.
just got
I'm
like,
mad.
"Oh, you're the BSM, so that means you like ass play." It's like,
That's
no,
not a-
no,
no.
that doesn't mean that. And it's like, "Oh, you like this and this and this." Like, no, don't just assume. There's a whole bunch of other stuff.
There's
Don't
a whole
just
lot
make
of
this
stuff
a-
he doesn't like, let me tell you.
So
Yeah.
when I was on it, I ran into
Actually, I kind of like the stuff he doesn't like more than I like
and
the
got
stuff
to
he
talk to
likes.
people who
It's interesting.
it actually was like really neat because I got to talk to people who like know enough about it to know what it is, but then they never had anybody they could ever talk to
Yes.
about it before.
See.
So even though it didn't go anywhere like personally, it was still nice. Like, I didn't mind having those kinds of conversations.
I wouldn't mind those conversations either. I wish it was that way. Not that.
I'm
way.
just not very successful with dating sites because I don't translate as well online as I do in person.
And you never felt
I
comfortable meeting
believe
people.
that. Yeah.
Do what?
You don't feel comfortable meeting people in person.
Oh, no, I prefer it because
Okay.
I translate better in person than I do online.
I believe
Yeah.
that.
So why haven't you met? You haven't met people. What's the online? Like in person, it just hasn't happened, or
What? I don't understand.
so you said you have trouble meeting people, like talking online,
Right.
So the transfer to in person doesn't happen.
No, I mean, the only way to meet people in person is to go back to
Meet them in person.
Yeah.
like going to bars and then hoping somebody's willing to strike up a conversation like we used to in the 90s.
No. Like
And-
when
Yeah.
you meet
Well,
online.
I mean, like they don't know how to
to
do that
fucking talk to
anymore.
each
No.
Yeah.
This is what I'm confused about because as far as I know, I've pretty much always done just online dating, but it's like you make sure they're not crazy and then you go meet somewhere in public.
I can't get to the meet in public
So yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
because I don't translate very well online.
So what does that mean exactly?
You're gonna have to work on your profile then.
No, because you have conversation,
Muff diver
right?
over here. is
I
gonna
get
work on your profile so you translate
I
better.
get ghosted.
Oh, that's not. Oh, you poor thing. That's not you. That happens to everybody.
No, it's her.
No,
No, it's me.
No, that's
No, it's
no,
me.
no,
I
no,
get
no.
ghosted.
She's got an attitude in text.
Dame,
get ghosted.
Dame. Listen to me. Whatever your gender is, male, female, everybody gets ghosted 80% of the time.
Then why do people keep doing it to other people if they keep getting it done to them?
See, this is why I wanted this. See, this is. I'm
I
glad
want
I
to
brought
get on a
this up.
profile and see if I get ghosted, and
You'll
then
get
you'll
ghosted.
know if it's you. The
no,
way you
you'll
text.
get ghosted. You'll get
I don't
ghosted.
know.
Hot girls get ghosted too.
Do they?
Damn.
We will see.
See, this is why I want to have this conversation. Come,
I want to get on and be all
Come
bubbly.
into the kinky couch cushion here.
Yeah,
with me.
yeah,
Come into, come
yeah.
into
He wants
the,
to give you a big hug.
Give you, I'm gonna give you a big hug across
Yeah,
here.
uh-huh.
It's not just you, buddy. It's not just you. Everybody gets ghosted.
Okay, so I can
80% of the
understand
time,
that,
yes.
and I can logically understand that, but you can only have the conversation of what's your fucking favorite color so many times before you're like, what am I doing?
But see, this
Yeah.
is the thing
I
online.
was thinking about it like being bubbly. Like, are you
Yeah.
bubbly when you text?
Yeah,
You are?
a little.
Okay.
I try to be because I know it doesn't come across as that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
know.
see,
That's what I was thinking. Like, oh, maybe
This
she's
is the
not being
thing.
bubbly enough.
there's only so much time. See, I can break this down in numbers. So when you're talking to somebody online,
He did research,
personal research.
Got data.
clinical research.
I'm whatchamacallit. What's the? I actually have. I actually have data. Unlike some people
It's
that
in
we were
his book.
talking.
It's in his Bible.
Yeah.
No! How dare you?
It's in his
There's
Bible.
people that have done research, and I can actually provide references
Oh,
with
great.
it. There is a set
Sounds
amount of
great.
time that you're supposed to talk to somebody online
Before you meet them in person.
before
or
somebody
it's never
brings it
going to
up.
happen.
Exactly.
Right. No,
and
I
then
know
also
this.
there's differences between.
But if it's too quick, you're
pictures.
just trying to fuck. But if it's
Right.
too long, then you're not interested.
You're really not
anymore.
interested.
Right.
Yep. And that's where the ghosting happens.
Yes.
But there's also a difference between like guy photos versus girl photos. There's a
Mm-hmm.
different way you're supposed to do it. There's the angles and everything like that. People have actually done research on this. But for you,
And, of course, he's read it.
there's I did all it's all fascinating stuff.
Christ.
You can roll your head over here. You don't know anything about that. Okay.
That's right, 'cause I don't care.
So there is so much time and stuff you're supposed to talk to in person. Like,
Yes.
don't bring up politics, don't bring up religion,
Yeah,
that stuff
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But you're just supposed to. All you're supposed to do is make sure the person's not crazy. That's it. And then meet at a public place.
Right.
If you have a good conversation, then you can move on from there. If not, it only takes like one meeting.
Well, define crazy.
Yeah.
Follow you home.
Oh,
Find out what your kids' names are.
Dangerous
Like, who
crazy.
the
Yeah.
fuck? You know, you're not supposed to give your kids information out or
Stalker
whatever it is.
crazy.
No.
Or like the first date. Yeah, stalker shit. Crazy.
that kind of like legitimately.
No boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, person. If you tell them, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that," and they keep bringing it up.
Oh, cool.
You're in trouble.
That sounds awesome. Dude, the book, man.
That's
Book's
Ohio
making
germs
us-
right there.
Ew.
Oh my
That is-
gosh, that damn book.
Is it
There's
that old?
Yes, of course.
Oh my
Do you think
God.
I was in 2005?
Oh my God, that's how old. Oh, God.
Okay, so
That's hilarious.
without going too long here, but yes, we can.
college.
I'll help you with this. There's a whole bunch of things I can help you with. I can check out your profiles and everything too. But yes, I just want you to know.
You see how excited he is?
Yeah.
I love talking about this stuff. I want to talk about this stuff all the time. But there's people.
See how fast he's talking? Never heard him talk so much in his life.
Everybody.
Well, here's another problem I ran
Everybody gets
into.
ghosted.
Here's another problem I ran into. Once they know the kink exists,
Yes.
that's all they want to talk about.
Yes, if they're new, yeah.
Because it's a novelty to them. That's all they
my-
want to talk about.
this is my
so now it
problem.
doesn't matter what my favorite color is.
Yeah, this is the problem with dating with vanillas too that are just don't know and stuff. This is why I stick to our favorite website because everybody on there is already interested in it.
Yeah, but there's no dating on that.
Didn't you meet your last like 2 partners on OkCupid?
No, I've only met one the whole time I've been in Florida. There's no dating on there. I've met
There's no place for dating.
5 partners off of there.
How? You just
Following
randomly
the city and then just messaging them.
Just send a cheerful
randomly
message.
messaging.
Yeah,
cold call.
Cold call.
cold
So you
caller.
cold
Yeah,
call.
Yep,
cold caller.
literally
Yeah.
cold calls.
I mean,
And you
that's-
hope that you don't go into the inbox of like 50 other guys that are doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. There's guys on there. They do the thing to a question mark. Just as long as it says F next to the age, they're messaging. Just to a question mark picture. It's like bisexual F. They message.
I never know.
But what's great about it is I don't have dick pics on my profile. I don't have any nudity on my profile.
I don't either.
So amongst the sea of whatever, I don't have a dick pic on my profile picture. So I get a response some of the time. But it's still, cold calling. But that's also good for me because I like it because I can tell when they reply whether they read my profile or not. So that's what's great because I put stuff in my profile as well. And it's like, you have no comment. It's like,
Which works for a guy, but would
Yeah.
not work so well for a girl.
Yeah, they don't give a
which
shit about
part?
us.
The cold call.
Yeah, you don't need to cold call.
They cold call us.
You don't. Yeah, they cold call you.
I don't get cold called.
We can look at your profile. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can check that out. Yeah, because Yeah.
He means you. We is him.
We
not
is
me.
him.
I'm not.
We can do that with
not
for
even
you
in this.
too. Yeah, there's ways to get cold calls, but also if you're finding people in real life at events, then you really don't need to do that. But there's that's the whole like life journey we can help you on. Okay, so
He.
we.
You should say I. Can you say the word I?
She's gonna help too.
I'm not doing
You're
shit.
helping too. You already invested. You've heard everything.
No, man.
Yeah.
You've heard everything.
Yeah. Okay. So
You've already seen everything. I watched
Okay.
Star Trek, so I know.
we're kind of
Too many.
squirreling there because I got excited about that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I really
see
want to
that.
help you. Because of research.
God.
Research.
He loves dating. He just loves dating.
Well, I'm just I just realized
That's what it is.
after 30, 35, I'm like, this isn't going to be me now. I'm just going to be the serial dater. This is how it is.
That would be exhausting.
I know. I get energy from it. I love first dates. Anything dating
Oh, I
wise.
hate first dates.
I love first dates.
I haven't been on a first date.
I would rather pull my teeth out.
Yeah, see.
I'd rather die.
I love first dates. That whole switch between are you weirdo and like, oh, you actually have something
I've
there.
been on one first date in 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I just like dating, doing stuff in general.
No, I mean, I say that because I was in a 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I've been on one first date in 6 years.
Yeah, and yours was like happenstance too.
I accidentally date. I don't ever purposefully go on dates. Mine are always accidents. Like I go out with my friends.
And then you end up on a date.
Exactly, and then I just end up.
I know somebody
married.
that had a first date within the last 5 years that was pretty amazing. We'll let her brain.
Was it
think of
amazing?
Wow.
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 That's just a
Yeah.
regular night.
Okay, so
That was a Tuesday.
okay, yeah. Wow.
Friday, I think.
Wow, rude.
It was a Friday.
Anyways, yeah. So, okay, we'll go back in
Yeah, quit squirreling. You two.
nut gobbling. This is fascinating. I love
you
talking
know what?
about
You know,
nut
hold on,
gobbler
hold on.
enthusiasts.
I'm curious
NG
about.
NGE.
Oh God. What the fuck? Where did you even come? Oh God, I can't even with
She
him.
doesn't get the reference.
Yeah, I do. What are you talking about?
Continue.
What's the difference between you've got pictures of me on your profile? Is there a
Right.
difference between people contacting you because you've got pictures of another partner on your profile?
No. They usually, after I message them, I've never had somebody like, oh, your partner's hot. I want to talk to you. Or I see you do rope. There's no like stuff like that.
They don't make any comments about that.
No.
No. Have you noticed you've gotten more or less people
No.
respond to you? It's been identical.
I've got more followers because of you. It's mostly
maybe.
guys.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so no
girl's
difference
been
in-
like, hey, you look like you know how to sling some rope.
Oh, thank God.
No.
Okay. I actually had a big problem with that. I was like, I don't know if I want pictures of me on his profile or me associated, because then if he's trying to date somebody and I'm on the profile, that might change their perspective on the whole thing, just knowing that I exist.
But they're going to know you exist anyway.
Yeah, you're on my profile.
If I wasn't,
You're on my profile.
things might be
I'm not
different.
talking about pictures.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about everything. If
Yeah.
I wasn't at all. If we didn't have any connection on the profile.
Okay.
Nobody knew we
Anyways,
were dating.
talking about squirreling,
What would the difference be?
that's a personal discussion.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so let's go back to the.
Curious about
let's
that.
go back.
So
Okay,
nothing changed.
so
I'm gonna go back to drawing my
high
board.
school,
Oh man, I bent my paper.
lost my virginity.
Same.
Yes.
Yes.
I was part of a different culture back. So I'm talking about some other person.
You just said your name.
He
Damn
said
it.
mine earlier, too, so.
Did I?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When?
Like 2 minutes ago.
In this episode?
Yes.
Okay. I'll cut it
Wow.
out. Yeah. So I didn't know if I said it or
You
not.
got a timestamp?
Yeah. You gotta let me know when that happens.
I mean, immediately when
I
it
mean,
happens, because he
immediately.
timestamps it, and then
Yeah. So.
nut gobbling
Making a-
enthusiast.
Nut gobbling enthusiast. Let me know when that happens, because I didn't even realize.
Okay.
Okay. So go back. High school. Lost my virginity. It took me a long time. Late starter compared to all of my other friends. I was
That's
going
not a
over
late start compared to like other regular
my
old
friends.
people.
Anyways, whatever. Can I
Yeah.
tell my story without being interrupted?
Sure, but
Okay.
you're
so,
judging yourself on standards that
I
are.
told you, old school or person. Yeah. Again.
Can't even mind
Stop
switch.
distracting me.
You're not even drinking.
Just stop distracting me.
You keep fucking up, and you're not even drinking. Wow, he's so excited he can't because
See, somebody's triggered now. That whole thing.
I'm still allergic to the fucking book. So
I'm watching you be allergic. I'm
This
listening
is
to
funny.
him.
Your whole face is just like
I know. It's
you
ridiculous.
sneeze it out.
It's still the book,
Okay,
man. The
old
book is
school
fascinating.
NGE.
Old school you.
Yeah. So long story short, the girl I lost my virginity to had a train ran on her right after I got done because I was with my friends and we had just gone over the whole thing. And
Hold on.
Yeah. I've told you this story.
Oh, we mean okay.
Yes.
He doesn't mean a literal train.
No, not an actual choo-choo train.
He means a proverbial train.
Yes.
So she got gangbanged.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Train ran on her. That's what it was in my culture. Train.
Got it.
So yeah, I've told you this story.
Yes.
But it had been a couple years after that I had sex again.
That traumatic?
Well, it wasn't even traumatic. I was just trying and it didn't work. I
me.
didn't know who I
okay.
was at the time. This is
Gotcha.
before everything.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Pre-demisexual, pre-kink, all of that.
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a weirdo. And at that time, after that, I had found out like, hey, regular porn doesn't do it for me. Let me find the ones with the girls with the chains and the leather and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, fascinating. This is a thing. So all through college, I tried to, turn vanilla girlfriends into like kinky people and tried to play with them. That didn't work too well.
No.
Same.
So yeah, I had the first site I was on, I believe it was Adult Friend Finder.
Yes, I was
Yes.
on that.
Yes. Paid for that subscription.
Yay.
Adult Friend Finder.
Collar me.
Yes, Collar Me. And then
I remember that.
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So the next girl, like actual girl that I did stuff with was off of Adult Friend
I
Finder.
remember Adult Friend Finder.
Yeah, so I was about 19. So this is the one where like she was into all the different things, was bisexual, and would let me do like tying up. Matter of fact, the first thing I used was silk ties. That's what
Okay,
I used to use silk ties when I first did the whole tying up thing.
Nice.
But unfortunately, come to find out, that girl was a lot younger than she said she was.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So nobody found out, but yeah. A lot of people were like, man, she looks younger than she was. But it took me like a year before I actually got a hold of her license. And I was like, oh, this is why she didn't want me to know. Yeah. Luckily,
Wow.
nothing happened off of that.
Okay.
So like fast forward, I find FetLife after I graduate.
Do we want to say the name of that site? Because we've never
Yeah.
said it before.
Yeah, we haven't. Do we want to say that?
Find special site.
Special site?
Yeah, just block
Lifestyle site.
it out. The lifestyle site.
Our site?
Yeah.
Okay, I have got to walk away too.
Blow your nose.
Wash your face and everything?
Everything.
All the things. I don't know what happened. Yeah, exactly.
It's the Ohio germs in there.
I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
The book's fucking contagious. It's got diseases on it.
So for the people listening,
Oh, are we not pausing it? I thought we were going to pause.
no, we can keep going. Should we pause? Get back in here? All right, we'll pause it.
Look at my nice bird. That's a nice bird. It's very good.
You're just tuning out now?
No. I mean, kind of. Yeah, I don't want to listen to your dating life. What the fuck do I want to listen to that for?
I want to know your dating life. It was interesting.
I mean, some of it is. Mine's just more traumatic than anything, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's pretty sad.
Mine's traumatizing enough that it's just not even worth talking about because I would have been in the lifestyle a lot sooner and I would have been safer a lot sooner and all kinds
We
of
all
things.
have that. What did Dr. K say?
What?
About
No,
your
it's
past
fine.
life?
mine's just saying there's nothing to talk about because mine's
Mine's
pretty easy.
Everybody would have been in earlier had they known.
Yeah. No, this is a little different. It's not that I didn't know. It's that I was actively
No, you didn't know you could be in it. You were allowed to be in it.
I was actively told I wasn't allowed.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know you
no,
were
it's
allowed.
not like I didn't know it existed. I did know it existed, and I was told, don't talk to those people. You're
Yes.
not allowed to talk to them.
Exactly.
That's different than just not knowing that they exist.
No, it's still being allowed. Like there was a gap between me knowing and me thinking, oh, I'm allowed to be part of this.
No. I had a boyfriend who wouldn't let me talk to people.
The point is you weren't allowed. You were actually not allowed. Some of us didn't realize in our brain we were allowed.
You didn't give yourself permission.
Yes.
I was actively suppressed from doing it.
Yes.
It's a little bit different.
It's
Like I was
minutia.
abused out of it, and you were
Minutia.
conditioned out of it.
yes. It still was. The
Yeah.
point is.
Well, now
whatever he
everybody
said,
else knows, so that's
I'm
good.
talking about proverbial. I mean, I'm cutting this all out anyway.
Proverbial.
Proverbial. Everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it has to be literally allowed. You just didn't
literally.
know. And I also realized what my problem's been this whole time. Watching all the videos.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, up until this point in life,
Mm-hmm.
live a divergent lifestyle. I'm not used to being not in the group of fishes swimming downstream. This is the first time where I'm actually swimming upstream.
Yes.
I didn't realize that until recently.
Yes. You have been very boldly embracing that alternative.
So I'm not used to being alternative.
Exactly. Yeah. And
It's
you
weird for me.
take it, man. You wear the bracelet and you're like, no,
Yeah,
I'm going to
'cause I'm trying to break
identify
my
as
brain.
this. Yeah. I can tell. You don't need to, though. One day you're not going to need to identify as all of that.
Yeah, well, I was.
And hold on to it
I
so
never went
tight.
to high school wearing black and
I know.
dyeing my hair.
I know.
So
Yeah. I'm
Let me know when
going
you're
to
ready.
be. I'm waiting. I love it. I'm waiting for the day when you don't have to hold on to it so tight and you just feel comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
that
while.
day is going to happen, and I'm going to be like, chef's kiss.
I don't know what it is. The fucking book.
The book sucks.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
But
we're gonna cut
so-
all this out. So let me know when you're ready to like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to go
Hold on.
now?
No. Are you on?
Yeah. Hey, he's just going to edit it out.
I'll just cut this all out.
Yeah, I wanted
Okay.
so that I want to actually say what we said before, what I said before when we were talking when Dame was in the bathroom. The reason why I'm not talking about any of it, because at first I don't really date, but also we were talking and we're gonna cut some of it out. But I wanted to say that I don't really talk about it because I was like actively kind of suppressed from dating and from kink and from talking to swingers and from doing.
Wait, are we cutting this
anything.
out or are you leaving it
Putting
in?
this in. Yeah.
Putting this in.
Yeah, leaving it,
Okay,
which is
so-
why I'm sitting here like drawing my bird because it's kind of triggering and it's just like I don't have a dating story because I wasn't allowed. So, there's both I have nothing to talk about and also I don't because I just, somebody didn't let me do this stuff
Gotcha.
and that sucks. So, meh. So I get to hear everybody else's stories about like how they grew and their life and whatever. And I was actively being like introduced to swingers, and it was like, well, these are my friends, and you're not allowed to talk to them. So you sit in the car while I go talk to my friends who are swingers, and then I got like tortured with it, teased with it.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like, oh, I have friends, and they wear chainmail bras, and look, they do kinky stuff, but no, you're never allowed to meet them. That kind of stuff. It was very
Gotcha.
weird. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm never going to be able to do this. And then I kept that my whole life until
And
you're like
the rest of us-
15. I was 15. What the fuck do you want?
and the rest of us kind of just
Stumbled through
stuff.
it.
Yeah. So okay, where was I at? Girl was underage, and then all the way through college, and I graduated from college, and I finally found FetLife and started dating kinky, and after that, never went back to vanilla really. Just kind of, just like off. No more
yeah.
judgment. This is too much.
That's right. I'm like the opposite from you guys, aren't I? Because I
Yeah.
knew I was kinky my entire life.
I
Like since
didn't.
I was a
Yeah.
really little girl. I was like 10. And I was like, oh, I like all this weird stuff. Why would I like tie myself up with ropes and things? That's
Yeah, we
weird.
weren't doing that. I was watching kinky porn.
Yeah.
That was it.
I
Anyways,
was really young.
so,
okay. So I'm the opposite of you guys. I knew when I was suppressed.
This
You guys
book
discovered it
here
later.
that you were reading and getting sick from and sneezing from,
Yes.
allergic to, the game.
The book is called The Game.
So how I got introduced to it was in college. There was actually a TV show called Pickup Artist,
Oh God.
and which is funny because the host of the show was a renowned pickup artist, and he's also the subject of this book. His
Okay.
name is Mystery. This dude is a very nerdy dude growing up, and then I forgot what the book said, how he came into the whole pickup artist community. He was like this was back in like AOL times and like the forums and stuff. He found the pickup artist community. Some guy, I forgot his name, they say in the book, developed this whole style of pickup artistry. And of course, he was a nerd and very probably narcissistic or whatever. Couldn't get girls, and then finally...
This whole episode's just scrapped.
No, we can talk about this again, too, because this is going to be like a 3, 4, or 5-parter.
Great. I don't know what happened, but we've got some allergies
So
going on here.
this is like a prequel to another episode because we can talk about all the different terminologies and everything in there. But basically, what happened with me, I found this book and I was like, holy shit! There's like a diagram and manual how to talk to women because as guys, which is amazing to me, we learn from other guys that don't talk to women.
dude, bro, tell her this. She's gonna love it.
Yeah, go out there and catch this football and score all these
it's
touchdowns.
Like a big game of I Dare You.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and it's like, dude, go out there and catch this football and
Dudes
score
were,
a touchdown.
ranking
She'll
off
suck
on
your
Saturday
dick.
nights
And I'm
they're
like,
saying,
what?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, oh, if you're the guy that can climb to the top of the rope, all the girls will like you. Oh man, if you have chest hair and you have a beard, the girls will like you.
There's advice like that in the book, though. It said
If
something.
I smell
Dame,
like
what
a
did you
man, then the girls will like you.
Dame, what
Oh.
did you read? There was something in here that was something like that.
I don't. It was
Do you
all
remember?
fucked up. No.
It was all very. It's
You're
very
gonna get
fucked
suck-
up.
You're gonna get sick again.
I'm already sick. It's already.
Yeah.
There's a glossary.
Oh god, this book. Hold on, let me read it. Let me read it again. It's called The Game. Penetrating. I can't even with this fucking title. The Game. Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists. The word penetrating on your book title, you're a douchebag.
Okay,
Like
so
whoever the fuck this Neil, whatever the fuck his
Neil
name
Strauss.
is, nah, dude.
So
Yeah. Neil Strauss, like it's
Yeah.
your god, Neil Strauss.
yeah, so yeah,
Yes,
he's
exactly.
who's the
Look at the cover.
Who's
Look
that
at this
Idaho
chick.
guy?
There's a like gold embossed chick on the cover with little high heels on. Oh Christ!
That's why I'm not sick. I'm used to the Iowa germs. Okay, so his story was he's a journalist and he stumbled into the pickup artistry, and he's like, "Oh man, this is a whole different world. Let me write a book about it." So he's writing about his experience through the world.
IVD.
Fuck is that?
Interactive value demonstration.
Yes, there's a whole thing,
A
and of
short
course,
routine intended to
explain?
hook
Yeah.
the attention and interest of a woman one has just met by teaching her something about herself.
yes,
So you just met the chick,
Mm-hmm.
but you think you're going to teach her something about herself.
yes, and there's actually different ways to do this.
Yeah.
There's little personality tests, like, oh, if you were walking down a forest and you went into a path, which would you go left into the scary part, or would you go right into this sunny field? And then you do it
Oh,
from there.
that says
And
something about
if
you.
you go into the field, what kind of flowers do you see in the field? Are there a lot of flowers, or are there a little bit of flowers? Oh,
that means you're
and
an
in the
optimist.
middle of the field, you see this house, and on the house there's a big door on it. What color is the door? So you do like the whole personality test, and you're like, oh, by the time you get done with the test, you're like, oh, you're this, and this, like, Myers-Briggs or something.
Or you can just be like,
So what interests you?
when you're talking about something that I can tell that you like, you squint your eyes a little bit, and the corner
Yes.
of your mouth
And
turns up, and it's
there's
really
also
cute.
the handwriting one.
And that's it. Poof, gone.
Yeah, there's also the handwriting one too, the handwriting test. They have all those stuff in there.
Handwriting
So
test.
the reason why I got into this
All
book
I know
was
about my
because
handwriting is that when
I
I'm
was,
manic, my handwriting goes sideways. So
Thank
like,
you for that. That's
how you
very
can
helpful.
Tell people are crazy.
Okay, so the reason why I got into this book was there's actually a manual on what to do when you talk to women, because up until this point, I was learning from all my friends which was women are to be fucked. You don't be friends with women. You just fuck them, and then that's all you do with them. So I was like, man, this
Still
is
friends with these people,
This
by the way.
is unfortunately. Go ahead and read it out for the class.
So kidnapping.
Dame has
Step number 7, extraction to a seduction location. But the picture is like
So call her
literally
from the herd.
with
Call the sick
him in
ones.
like a
so you
an
can attack
airplane.
them.
He's in an airplane. She's looking down at the water,
Terrified.
like contemplating like whether she
Can I
would
jump?
rather jump or not, as he's flying her to a secluded island.
So what's great about this guy is he went and
There's something
did,
great about this guy?
He went
Okay.
in. No, okay. So he went into the world, wrote about it,
It
and
sounds
then
like a rapist.
took what he needed and then left the world. So at the end of the
What?
book,
What?
yeah,
What?
he went in.
Hold on. You got to elaborate on that.
Bro, you got to read the book. But basically, he went into the world of the pickup artistry, lived with the people, and like followed all their lessons. Took what he needed, got a girl, and then left.
So he wrote a book,
Yes, about
found
his
himself
experience.
a girlfriend.
No,
and
he
then-
went in through the experience,
Uh-huh.
and then did a lot of fucking about random people, and then finally he was like, all
Did
right,
a
I'm
lot
done.
of fucking about random people? You mean he fucked a lot of random girls?
This is fucking about with a lot of people, and then at the end he's like, all right, I'm done with this. I found a girl, I'm gonna stay with her, and then like left lifestyle. That's pretty much the whole book.
People used to look out on the playground and say that the boys were playing soccer and the girls were doing nothing. But the girls weren't doing nothing. They were talking. They were talking about the world to one another, and they became very expert about that in a way the boys did not.
That part is
I mean,
true.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He's not wrong.
So yeah, it's just fascinating, like the different world.
That's what we do.
That was a
Girls are
woman who
social
said
creatures.
that.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
That's that makes sense.
Yes.
So that some of that stuff is like pretty apparent, like to like women, but like boys, they don't get taught this stuff. We get
What
taught
stuff? How to fuck people?
no how to talk to people.
There's nothing in here about how to talk to people.
You haven't read the book.
I mean, there's. Can you find anything easily
No, you gotta
about
write.
just how to talk to people?
You gotta write. Or you gotta read.
I
the
have
book.
I have a degree.
But anyway, so
I
the
have a
TV
degree in
show that was-
communications. I know.
A man's only one escape from his
Yeah, you.
old self.
It's horrible.
A man's only escape from his old self is to see a different self in the mirror of some woman's eyes.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is?
That was a woman.
Ah, that's weird as shit. Hold on. A man has only one escape from his old self.
This is great. So yeah,
That's gross.
there was a TV
Who's
show.
that girl that wrote that?
There's a TV show. There's female pickup artists too, by the way.
So a guy can't know more and better about himself unless he sees a reflection in specifically the eyes of a female.
So okay, so there was a TV show where this guy that Neil writes about mystery takes a group of
We're on
guys.
a first name basis now, Neil.
Yeah,
And
That Neil writes about.
I forgot what his pickup name was because apparently you're supposed to do like nicknames and stuff like that. That's why this mystery is not his real name. But anyways, he went on the TV show and went on for 2 seasons where he went and took a group of guys and taught them how to be pickup artists. So like each week was a different challenge, and you'd be like eliminated if you were the worst pickup artist or whatever.
Oh Jesus!
His
So-
other books are How to Make Love Like a Porn Star.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
It's great.
As well as Dave Navarro's Don't Try This. Motley Crue, all I see is, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is horrific. Rolling Stone, no.
Yeah, so before he made that book, he was one of those like journalists that rode with bands while they toured and like documented all that stuff.
Because that's who I want to give me relationship advice,
Yeah.
is a fucking groupie, is a male
It's
groupie.
not a relationship
of
advice.
male
He's telling the
how
story.
to fuck. He's telling
of-
people how to fuck.
No, he's telling the story of the pickup artist community.
He's telling the story of how to.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a autobiography
It's an autobiography.
of his time during this.
Takeaway
Yeah.
Oh,
is a
God.
noun. A pickup technique in which a man who has approached a woman and is getting along with her leaves for as little as a few seconds or as long as a couple hours in order to demonstrate a lack of neediness and increase her attraction to him.
So trauma bonding. Got it. In order to trigger her abandonment trauma so that she'll pursue him out of a feeling of, yeah. Okay.
So the pickup
Oh,
artist
God.
world was made by a bunch of nerds. They took all the different like
This is
sociology.
geeks. I don't know if that's
and
nerds.
No, these are nerds because they did a bunch of research and they took all this like
Nerds don't care about sex like this. Geeks do.
sociology
way.
and psychology terms and like neuro-linguistic programming and all this stuff and then applied it to picking up women.
Time
So-
constraint.
Yes.
Noun. To tell a woman or group of people that it is necessary to leave them soon. The purpose of a time constraint is to lessen a woman's anxiety that a man she has just met will hang around her all night, or that she is expected to have sex with a man upon entering his house.
Good. Bye.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I get that one, but good.
this whole book started me down the path of like self-help and like
Thank God.
all the different things.
And how did this
then-
book change you before you got the self-help path? What did this do?
When
That-
did you tab it? Like, how old were you
This
when
was-
you
this
started
was
tabbing
college.
it?
So 20? 22?
This was college. 22, yeah, 22. Yeah.
Yeah. How did this book change you?
Because you don't realize like, oh, women do this stuff.
We don't.
No. But you do.
No, what he's saying is that we're predictable enough for all of this to work.
No, this is a guide better than when a guy just comes up to you and just looks at you and just,
I want you
Hey.
to dig yourself out of this one.
how's it going? I'm so and so. Nice to meet you. Versus like, oh my gosh, it's been a long day. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's been a long day. Yeah, it's longer now. 'cause
No
you're
shit.
standing
Why do you
here.
think we're all in a bar?
Exactly. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, this was all
None of
fascinating
that.
to me.
None of that would work. I know what actually works. It's a couple of the things that have like totally broken my brain. I'll bet none of them are in that book.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, I'll tell you off this podcast and
I'm
not in front
so
of him.
curious.
But a bunch of the stuff you say works is probably in that book. So yeah, it was just a good guide as to
Do you still use it?
not word for word, no.
The
But
concept.
the concepts you still use.
Yeah, a lot of the concepts. Tom can straight 100%.
So what
works.
was one concept that you tried that you realized doesn't work from the book?
Good question.
a lot of confidence? It's all done with confidence.
So you're saying confidence doesn't work?
No, I'm saying it does work.
Oh.
It's said confidently, but a lot of stuff's not going to work. If you don't believe it, then it's not going to work.
Oh, you have to have the confidence for it to work.
Yeah, one of the basis out of everything is you have to have confidence.
You gotta keep
Funny
talking
story.
to your mic, will you? You keep moving away from your
I keep
mic.
moving. Yes, I'm not because I'm trying not to yell about it because I know I get excited about certain parts.
Well, at least bring your mic.
So
with
funny
you.
story.
So is there an equivalent book for women?
I'll bet.
Probably, yeah. I think so. There's
I
female.
want to
pickup
read
stuff.
it and laugh.
Now I want to read it.
God.
It's a whole different world. But no, it was funny because when I was like heavy in it and I would try to do this stuff, there was a really drunk girl and her friends, apparently because it was her birthday. And I was talking to them as a group, and the drunk girl was like, "You're doing that thing from the TV show." This is at a bar. And I'm like, "What show?" She's like, "The pickup show." And I was like, and her friend was like, I don't know, she's drunk. And I was like, yeah, she super is drunk. And I was like talking to her, and I was like, oh man, you guys have a good night. And I was like,
Son
it
of
was
a bitch,
great.
called
She
me
called
out.
me out.
Good for her.
But she was so drunk, her friends didn't
But
believe
would you
her.
rather be called out or play the game back to you?
I would have no problem being in the game. If I was a girl, I would love the game being played on me.
If I knew it,
I
man,
knew
I
the
would fuck with
rules.
them so bad.
Yes.
But as a
Because-
guy, did you ever experience where the girl used it against you? Like she knew what you were doing and she could see it, but she didn't let you know that she knew, so she just played.
No, the show wasn't that popular.
No, I'm asking you.
What?
Have you ever encountered
That's
a
what I'm
woman?
saying. You would have to know from the show.
One of the books existed longer than the show.
Nobody was
Did
reading
you
the
ever
book
have
except
somebody
for
who
people-
outgamed you?
Yeah.
Who played
No,
you at your
the book
own
wasn't-
game?
the book
No,
wasn't
forget
popular
Forget
enough.
the book. I mean, just in general, the book came from principles.
Like, can you think back at a
No.
time where a woman outplayed you?
There's no women out in you talking about like downtown or something?
You would outplay men. Absolutely, I have no question. You'd be
I've
I
talked
see
to
what
some
you're
smart
doing.
women that just like wait to see what you're gonna do, versus just like the ditzy ones that just there's women that like play along. They don't know if it's like pickup artists. They're just waiting to see if you say something interesting. Because there's ones that just go out and they're just bored. So they're like, oh, okay, somebody interesting. Let's see how long this goes before I get
Right.
bored. And then they just kind of like tap out or whatever. But yeah, so this.
But yes, I would so play along.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Now
In
that
a
you know,
heartbeat.
but you didn't know about it until now.
I knew. It's that one last one I was going to tell you about. I knew, and I played along, and then I got it a little too deep. Because then I was like, "Damn it! I guess it worked." Shit.
Okay, end up liking him.
Yeah.
So is this all about just getting a guy laid or getting a guy a girlfriend?
I ended up using him actually, strangely enough. But then it triggered all kinds of my abandonment stuff. But I actually was like, you know what?
Hey,
I'm
damn.
going to take advantage.
She asked
of
me
this.
one time when it worked.
Wow. Okay. You didn't do shit. I saw you first. You're so ridiculous.
Okay, but
Guess where it all started.
So is this for
you asking our friends? No, you didn't walk. You
Is it for-
didn't change the
it's
way.
is
for
it to
whatever
get
you want.
laid
It's
or is
for-
it to find a relationship?
It's for you as a guy that has no social skills whatsoever to have the
A
option.
book is going to teach you social skills.
No, I told you, this is just an autobiography.
It was
There's
a starting
literally forums all about this stuff. People go out and they have a whole different terminology and they go out and practice this stuff.
So is there an equivalent for kink, or is it?
That's a great question.
hey, we can start.
Not yet.
We can
I guess
start
there
that.
will be.
like?
I don't
Is there
even
a
know-
forum for your pickup society for kink?
Pickup,
the P-
Reddit. That's pretty much it. But no, there's no like as deep as these guys go. There's none for kink.
I feel like those would be the Uber Doms.
I feel like
The
we
dude
should
from
start
the
that.
last
That'd be great.
podcast, The dude from the last episode
I'd be down
would
to-
write that kind of stuff.
I would be 100% down to start this.
You know how we met, so don't even play with your bullshit, this garbage, because all you did was walk and then see your friends, and your face changed, and you can't fake micro expressions. That's a fucking scientific fact.
You want to know what the first tip they tell you to go into a room?
With
What?
confidence.
Nope. Smile.
You actually didn't.
What'd I do first?
You walked in and you dropped your guard
And
because
then I what?
your friends
And then
saw
I what?
you. Well, you walked in stoic. You didn't
Uh-huh.
walk in smiling.
And then what happened?
Yeah, and your friends saw you.
Right?
And then you smiled,
There
but
you go.
you smiled because you looked embarrassed,
Yeah.
and then you immediately stopped smiling and bucked back up.
Yeah. Micro expression.
You can't actually make micro expressions. You can't consciously change your micro expression. They're subconscious.
Right. I can feel them though.
They're
Let them come out.
subconscious. They're subconscious.
But I can let them out.
That one wasn't because you smiled out of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was embarrassed.
yeah, exactly.
I let it out.
That's
I let
I
it
guess
out.
you could have hidden it.
I could have hidden it.
You
I
were
let it
happy
out.
to see your friends.
Yeah. The reason why I didn't smile when I came in because I didn't know when they saw me.
Yeah, exactly. And then they saw you, and then they smiled. Everybody smiled because they
And
saw
then I
you
smiled
there.
back.
Yeah, and then you smiled back.
Yeah.
Would you do that for my benefit?
Yeah.
Doubtful.
I live for everybody's benefit.
Doubtful.
I do it for
There's
everybody's
one
benefit.
chick sitting next to one of his friends, and he
Yeah.
does this whole thing,
Hey,
this whole elaborate
hey.
peacock dance.
Listen.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's such
And
bullshit.
listen.
You probably didn't even see me sitting.
Hey.
Feathers flying.
I knew
in
you.
the
yeah.
air.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I
Peacock
told you
is
in the
way in.
beginning. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
you were probably there.
Whatever. And you know, I
And-
was probably there,
hey,
and now all of a
hey,
sudden this is okay.
Hey, got a question for you.
What?
You think their reaction started that day?
What do you mean?
Their reaction to me. You think it started that day?
No, they've probably always reacted.
Somebody's been working that way. Yeah.
That your friends are happy to see you.
Yeah, I got to be sociable. Yeah.
So you're saying that's a scam?
no.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is that you've conditioned your friends to
saying-
smile at
Do
you?
you feel
No.
like you're his friend? Because apparently you're.
Because evidently
Apparently
I've just been conditioned by a fucking fake Bible.
Exactly.
So
He doesn't have real
No.
friends. I guess
My
he just
point
needs to
is-
use you as a tool.
My point is.
Don't bother smiling at him when he
Nope.
comes in.
My point is, I was going to say my name again. The NGE is very much an introvert. So I actually have to expend energy to be an extrovert. So I have
be
to go out
social.
and be social. So
Extroversion
if
isn't
I
to expend energy.
if I was going to show my true self, this is what we talked about like before. I
Yeah.
would be like our one buddy that just kind of goes in, and I would be
and
him.
just sits.
That's the true me. I actually had to work to be sociable. And it all started with this book right here.
Gross.
So you had to learn how to be fake, or you learned how to be social.
I had to learn how to be sociable.
Yeah, but that's not who you really are. Because
What?
you said you're really an introvert.
So glad
Right.
you're here because I
Yes.
feel really used whenever he talks about this. Like I'm just a
Like-
fucking tool. Like I'm a pawn in his grand scheme or something.
So did you
Mr.
just
NGE.
really you just
No.
perfected a different
A fucking
facade of
scam.
yourself
It is all
to adapt to the people that you wanted to be around,
A mask.
so that
Yes.
you
You
could
developed a
be
mask.
Yes.
accepted.
I
So you
wanted-
masked.
Yes, because it's weird. Because there's too many times when I'd be in a social group and people be like, "You don't talk very much." It's like there's nothing to talk about. But then I just got tired of hearing that all the time.
And you a mask. It's called masking.
I will say my name again.
Yeah,
Put it in there
I
again.
told you this whole episode's just like
it's a shit show.
Yeah.
because he's so fucking
this is
triggered
not like
right
a
now.
real episode.
He's so triggered. This is his favorite.
People are learning about stuff.
This is no.
This is-
He's talking about stuff.
We are building up to.
No.
This is going to be like an ongoing thing. This is not going to be just in this
desperately
episode.
to be able to talk about this. That's what it is. He's so
Because
triggered
I'm
right now.
letting
I
you
cannot
know
say his
because I see we needed to talk about this because of your
See,
experience.
we needed to talk
We
about
needed
this.
to talk
Isn't
about
me.
this because of your experience, and there's more people that have this
yeah.
experience out
You won't
there.
even let me have sex right now.
No,
Like, what are you
this
talking
is why I'm
about?
shutting it down
that's
because of stuff
great.
I've learned from this book.
That's great.
Really?
Oh wait, no, I'm the one who won't let you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
not
right.
him.
Yeah,
no,
not him. Yeah.
because stupid McGee.
He's either wingman or hatchet man. Or
I don't know what he's.
I'm both. I told you, I'm the
Yeah,
wall.
he's both.
I'm
Yeah.
the wall. But my point is, yes,
I have
there is an
different
outcome I wanted, and it wasn't going to help being my natural self. So I had to.
I don't
this
know,
is-
man. I
this
like
is
fucking
what-
stoic guys. I'm always after the guy who doesn't talk.
You didn't know.
Always.
No, you didn't.
Ugh,
You didn't.
you don't know me.
You,
Are Are you serious? Since
I'm
I
pretty
was
sure
a
I
little
do.
girl,
You don't
since
know
I
me.
was
I'm pretty
a tiny
sure I
little
do.
girl.
You
no,
don't know
I'm
my
pretty sure I
life.
know parts of you that
no.
most people don't get
I don't
to
give
see.
a shit. Not
Yeah.
this part, not the one part of my brain that's like, I really
Sure.
like that guy over there that doesn't
Okay.
talk.
Well, guess what?
Because it means you're unavailable. My kink is emotionally unavailable men.
Yeah, I guess you can still talk and be emotionally unavailable.
You don't know me.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't know me. You don't know what I've always been attracted to. You
Anyways.
You don't know my life.
To
I would
wrap
rather
this
have
up,
you not
to
be
wrap
social.
part 1 of this up is
Wow, there's
I
gonna be
used
more parts.
yes, there's going to be more parts because we got to go.
I gotta read this book.
We got to go deeper into.
I gotta
this.
I gotta start reading this book so we can
Buy
have
your own
more
copy soon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
And I
gonna.
can-
This book is gonna make me buy a notebook.
I can-
so
I-
that I can be like page 5.
Yes, that's why I had the tabs.
Enjoy.
And the
Tell me
tabs.
what you find because I will not read that. I
Yes.
won't
'Cause
spend
there's
the
whole-
money. I don't
there's-
want to give him money.
Yes, I can do. You can borrow this.
Fuck that.
There's forums and YouTube videos and all
Can
these
I
different
disinfect from whatever's making me sneeze?
I'm telling you, it's
I mean,
the Ohio
'cause if
germs.
It's the bullshit.
It's
I mean,
the
I'm screwed.
things. It's the Ohio germs. They're
gross.
buried deep
Book is
inside of there.
Gross. I think it's gross.
Yeah, you would because you have no idea. Which makes sense now because you don't have any dating stories.
Yeah.
You don't know how to
I
be a
have
guy.
too many dating stories,
Yeah.
and they're not all good.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
we can
problem.
talk about that because we can help you with your profile and all that stuff.
Well, quit saying this we.
You're gonna help.
I'm not helping shit.
Yeah, you're helping shit. No. Okay. But yeah, we can. We'll talk about this more. But and we will relate this episode into how you can do kinky dating versus vanilla dating for all those people out there and all our fans, and also non-monogamy dating. Best way to go about that. And then
I'll be absent for that.
so Dame will get notes, and then I'll pull notes from like Reddit because there's a million questions on there about how do I talk to my partner about being non-monogamous and
Okay,
they
so
want to be non-monogamous and kink and all that.
I know how to communicate.
That's fine.
It's not a communication problem. Like you just.
It's a presentation issue, I think.
Yeah, but you said you had trouble online communicating though.
No, I had trouble like trying to figure out how to communicate, and not get ghosted.
That's going to be impossible.
there's some
Everybody
kind
gets ghosted.
Translation thing.
And it's not you, it's just society because people can. You're just like
don't know
a
if that's true.
a ghost.
Yes.
you're talking
Test
to.
some
So yeah,
things.
there's
I don't know
nothing.
if that's true.
There's no
But-
investment.
Yes,
in
but I
online
can
talking.
I can help you discern when you're going to get ghosted versus when you can actually meet somebody worthy in person.
Oh, he finally said I instead of we. Thank
did.
God.
Well, I know because you have no dating experience.
It's because I don't.
I can actually help you with this part. So I can help you put up the filters because I've just built them up. There's no research behind it. It's just pure experience.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh God, I know this is going to be fucking horrible. And also I want to hear about your experience because from a female's perspective.
Female.
Yeah, but I can send you videos. Like there's women that get ghosted all the time. I recently learned that and it's like, oh, that happens to women too. But yes, we will go through all of those listeners, everybody, you people. We'll talk about this later. I see I have to go back and I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. All right. This has been another episode of Around the Kinky Campfire.
Oh God.
To my left, I have.
I don't know. Shade.
Oh God. Somebody. It's funny because she has all the knowledge, but then like real life experience, she's like, oh, disgusted by people.
Yes.
And to my right, I have.
This is Dame.
And I am the nut gobbling enthusiast. Hello, and be consensual.